Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEET. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notification. In this video, I am going to explain some of the general characters of phylum Hemichordata. In the name Hemichordata, it is derived from Greek. In this hemi, it means half and chordae means string. So all these members are considered as half chordata members. Some of the examples for this phylum is Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus. Hemichordata members are earlierly considered as subphylum under phylum Chordata because some of the scientists they identified one of the hollow tube-like structure. It is arise from their mouth is called stomochord, and they thought that the stomochord is as notochord, and due to having of this structure previously these are kept under phylum Chordata as a subphylum. But this structure is not notochord. It is not rod-like structure due to having of hollow tube. Later, it is identified as stomochord and it is differ from notochord. That's why these members are recognized as separate phylum. So, due to having of this stomochord in their body, these are placed and separated as a new phylum under non-chordates. This phylum consists of different type of members, and all these members are look like worms, and most of these members are growing in marine water habitat, and these members showing organ system level of body organization in their body structure. All these members showing bilateral symmetry. That means the body can divide into two equal halves with only one plane which pass through their central axis. And in these members, all body parts are developed from three germ layers called triploblastic animals. And in these members, it consists of a well-developed body cavity is called coelom, and it belongs to coelomate animals. By taking Balanoglossus as an example, in these members, the body is cylindrical in shape, and this body is very long and composed with three main parts. In this, the first part which is present at the tip of their body is called proboscis. This proboscis is useful for excretion function. The second part after this proboscis, it consists of a structure is called collar. In this collar at the ventral side, it consists of ventral column mouth, and along with this it having a long part is called a trunk. So this trunk again divides into three sub regions. In this, below to the collar at the beginning of trunk, it consists of bronchial and genital organs is called bronchial genital region. So bronchial organs perform respiration, and genital region having genital organs to perform reproduction. Below to this, it consists of some of the specialized structure is called hepatic region, and after this hepatic region, the long part is called abdominal region. This abdominal region it terminate with the anus. So these are the different parts present in their body. In this, the first part is proboscis, and second part is collar, and third part is trunk. The trunk again having three sub-regions like bronchial genital region, hepatic region, and abdominal region. So out of these three body parts, proboscis is the main organ for excretion function. These members having circulatory system, and this circulatory system is open type. The members having a digestive system with both the mouth and anus is called complete digestive system. These members can perform respiration with the help of gills present on trunk region, and these gills helps in process of respiration. Along with this, already we know that for excretory function there is a special structure at the apical portion of their body is called proboscis, and in this proboscis, due to having of a proboscis glands, it can perform excretory function during reproduction. So all these members having sexual mode of reproduction, in this both male and female individuals are separately present is called sex is separated, and these are dioecious animals. But at the time of sexual reproduction, the process of fertilization take place outside of their body is called external fertilization. After this fertilization, the zygote it becomes into a larva is called Tarnonia larva. This Tarnonia larva then it becomes into an adult individual, so that the process of development is indirect development. So these are the some of the important characteristic features of phylum Hemichordata. The most important characteristic features is these are half chordata members. The body can divide into three parts like proboscis, collar and trunk, and perform respiration with the help of gills. Along with these members shows organ system level of organization with external fertilization and indirect development. The larva of Hemichordata is called Tarnonia larva. Thanks for watching.